Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a wise and revered Buddhist monk named Bhikkhu Jivaka lived in a remote section of the country. He was well known for his extensive grasp of the Dharma and his ability to guide people to enlightenment. Bhikkhu Jivaka had traveled across the country for many years. On his journey of teaching and sharing the Buddha's teachings, he met a variety of people and learned vital insights from each meeting. A young man named Kavi approached Bhikkhu Jivaka as he was relaxing under a giant Bodhi tree one day. Kavi was keen to learn new things. When Kavi approached the monk for advice on the route to ultimate pleasure and fulfillment, the Jivaka greeted him with a kind smile and encouraged him to sit. Then, he began to tell a story that would throw light on the 5 categories of people that should no longer be friends. Once upon a time, in a bustling metropolis, there was a young man named Sujan who sought true peace and contentment. Sujan had many friends, and he enjoyed spending time with them and participating in numerous activities. However, as time passed, he began to see that some of his friends were negatively influencing him. In many ways, the first type of person children knew he wanted to remove himself from was his friend the gossiper. Would always talk about nothing, spreading tales and sowing discord. Sujan discovered that whenever he spent time with this person, his mind became overloaded with unneeded and destructive thoughts, so he made a deliberate decision to ignore this friend and focus on establishing healthy relationships instead. The critic was the second category of individual. This friend was often saying bad things about other people. Sujan realized that his constant negativity was affecting his own outlook on life, and he realized the importance of surrounding himself with people who uplifted and inspired him rather than dragging him down with constant criticism. The third type of Sujan chose to distance himself. This friend was a manipulator who twisted situations to serve their own interests, often at the expense of others. Sujan noticed that whenever he spent time with this person, he felt drained and used. Recognizing the toxic nature of this friendship, he decided to let go and prioritize his own well-being. Sutran is the fourth sort of person. Understood he needed to get go of was the envious. This guy was continually comparing himself to others, feeling inadequate and jealous of their success. Susan realized that true happiness stems from respecting and applauding the accomplishments of others. He realized that by surrounding himself with people who encouraged and supported him, he might cultivate a sense of contentment, as well as gratitude. Susan eventually decided to detach herself. Sujan's abilities and goals were often questioned by this friend. Sujan acknowledged that his ambitions were clouded by uncertainty. The value of having friends who believed in him and his abilities. He recognized that by surrounding himself with good and supportive people, he could cultivate his own self-belief and achieve great things like Bhikkhu Jivaka. The tale was completed. Kavi sat back and relaxed. In reflection, he realized the wisdom in the monk's words and realized the importance of choosing friends wisely. He thanked Bhikkhu Jivaka for his guidance and vowed to reflect on the 5 types of people he should stop being friends with in order to find true happiness and fulfillment in his own life. Kirby began a journey of self-discovery and personal improvement on that day. Kavi carefully evaluated his friendships, seeking to nurture those that brought him positivity and inspiration while gradually distancing himself from those that hampered his progress. Over time, Kavi found himself surrounded by a circle of friends who shared his values and collectively supported his aspirations. They walked the proper road. The narrative of Bhikkhu Jivaka and Kavi serves as a reminder to us all of the importance of assisting and boosting one another along the journey. We must be conscious of the types of individuals we surround ourselves with in our own lives by avoiding gossipers. We create space for positive influences and construct an environment that fosters our spiritual growth and well-being by criticizing, manipulating, the inverse, and doubters. May we all find the courage to make a decision. Our companions should be intelligent and follow the road of true happiness and enlightenment. As Kevi's journey of self-discovery progressed, he became more attuned to Bhikkhu Jivaka's teachings, realizing that true happiness and contentment come not only from choosing the right friends, but also from cultivating positive qualities within himself. Inspired by the monk's wisdom, Kavi sought to embody the virtues of compassion, kindness, and mindfulness in himself. Kavi dedicated his everyday life to meditation and increasing his study of the Dharma. Through these practices, he experienced a great sense of inner calm and clarity. Kavi stumbled across a beggar sitting by the wayside one day while driving through an adjacent area. Most people ignored the beggar because he was disheveled and appeared depressed. Without looking twice, but Kevin's a caring heart begged him to halt and provide assistance. He approached the beggar with a warning smile and asked how he could be of more assistance to him. He glanced up in surprise, not used to such charity, and stated, "I have nothing except the clothes on my back, I am hungry, and I have no shelter."